If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Under lock and key.
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind.
Hello again. Terribly sorry, Source Hunter, but that strange I've been I've a
mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond there.
Legion's greetings, Hunter. And what questions are those? You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well, let's have it then. Let me have a quick read. Wait, what? There's an admirer who wanted her to kill her husband, then elope with him? What madness is this? It cannot be true. Used for cookery, was it? Well, that settles it. A perfectly innocent explanation for a perfectly innocent activity. So it was Jake's? Of course. He read it so as to outfox lurking assassins. Alas, that it failed him. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of...
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable... Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool! This letter, it was a show of passion! A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus. But all of it is circumstantial. I've a perfectly logical explanation for every piece of so-called evidence against me, and yet you've been trailing me like a bloodhound. People seem to want to believe I am guilty, so let me tell you something I've been keeping to myself. Perhaps it may yet lead... Over the last few months, Jake grew distant. Distant and dark, somehow. Something in him changed. I can't quite put my finger... It all began the day he met Evelyn, Master Theliron's apprentice. She healed him of what we all believe to be a fatal wound he suffered hunting boars. I think he became obsessed by her, or obsessed by the secrets I just know she holds. Talk to this woman. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she belongs to that sect. You know, to those who worship a goddess without name and practice rituals of... I never liked her from the moment I met her. Men cannot see past her beauty, but I have gazed her in the eye and it was death that lived. She hails from Silverglen, a village in the forest north of Cyseal. How she made it past the undead without a Legion escort, I'll never know. If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her. She had her claws in him for many long months, and finally she must have cut too deeply. Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, milady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan! Cyseal's only sentient severed head!
My word! Sigurd's beard, what a find!
Maybe the lock can be jimmied.
I've spotted something. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Careful, I've spotted a trap. Careful now, that's a trap. For a dry shirt!
Careful. I've spotted a trap. What's this? I found something.
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself a token of wisdom.
May the Seven keep you. May the Seven keep you.
Oh!
Rest in peace, darling.
Oh!
May the Seven keep you.
Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy of death? Your refusal speaks greater volumes than my 10-part tome on the mating behavior of feral dwarves. You dread the test. You fear it. Do you truly feel? Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your acumen. Between life and death, death is the greater force. So
Of course not.
Correct. He is not.
let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not?
Not entirely, no.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Oh, most impressive. Nothing short of miraculous. You have verily fathomed the message of my book. My undying respect is content in the knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
May the Seven keep you.
Cyseal isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Sir, you're under arrest for complicity in the murder of Councillor Jake. Please follow me.
What? That's insane. I would never.
Sir, please come quietly, or I'll have to forcefully subdue you.
Fine, fine. There's no need for that.
but you must know I am an innocent man.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Certainly, what would you like to know? The Councillor, from what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. Yes. Me? It was I who... Not to mention that it's...
Aaron and as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapours?
To the slice of this pie, forward there.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes to the slice of this pie, forward there. Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes to the slice of this pie, forward there.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes to the slice of this pie, forward there.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes to the slice of this pie, forward there. Paint a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Cyseal's ever seen.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapours?
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Paint a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff. Paint a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, Brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn!
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Cyseal's ever seen.
Made a big change on your book with a wheel and a good stuff.
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
Back for more, I see. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. What with... Ha! Yeah, enter Reginald the... Why do I care what tall tales you've heard about Stefan's origins? I am...
Right, you know. We can hardly walk off with a talking head in the middle of a crowded fair.
We'll just have to think of something more clever than daylight robins.
A talking head? What dark sorcery is this?
Oh, a strange fellow, isn't he? Hello, little friend. Oh, don't be afraid.
Sherman!
What's your name?
Cyseal, what you're made of?
Have some pity.
A familiar, it seems, even and even. I don't know how he and don't pick when Reg. Performers, Sherman, show all of them. Cyseal, what you're made of. Beer and flatulence. What is it this time? What is it this time?
Fantastic.
So ardently did he crave...
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course you are. Entertainment is cattery.
Show all of them.
My word. I think a king.
Ha!
The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elbach, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Fantastic!
Sigurd's strength imbue me!
A king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elbach, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour.
Spirits of water,
So
show your
ardently
strength!
did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elbach, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elbach, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So artfully did he
Fantastic! Fantastic!
What is it this time? Katarina's, tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places and gather you whatever crowd of
A familiar face. It seems even my... And even when there's no I don't know. Don't pity when Reginald...
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Have some pity.
You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut. Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
Have some pity.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Cyseal, what you're made of. Beer and
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to fill you for days. What? Oh, you mean Cyseal. Very difficult times indeed. The undead have overrun all but one. That's not to mention that at the top. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon. The what of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hand. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Cyseal harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the... Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know... Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Cyseal's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in sorcery.
Oh, it's you? And you killed that maniac? Oh, this isn't exactly my idea of justice, but...
I don't think I care to either.
Torjageta, friend.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem! 'Twas Jagetta, friend! Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? This book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem! Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu! Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem! Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem! Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem! The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Volume 1, Volume 2.
That excuses more holes to the slice of this fine almond land.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
I mustn't have used it correctly. I mustn't have used it correctly. I mustn't have used it correctly.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Now, a tone soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Come one! Come all! Can't you hear the stage calling?
Can you spare a coin?
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face! Ah, the Source Hunter. Yes. Have you found any incriminating evidence against her? The knife, the book, the letter. They seem harmless enough by themselves, but in conjunction they do paint a pretty grim picture. Fine then. If you're certain she did it, then I shall have Esmeralda arrested. Your responsibility, so...
Ah, here to gloat for getting me thrown into this stinking pit. Well, enjoy. I'm sure Cyseal is much safer now that Robert, its great...
The death man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
She said it, not me.
Those folks are in Barry's at Bridgepole. Get to signing recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Those folks are in Barry's at Bridgepole. Get to signing recruits.
Toasty! Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, that burn for me.
I mustn't have used it correctly. I mustn't have used it correctly. I mustn't have used it correctly.
They must know I'm missing. Where is the Legion?
mercy me. It walks, but it's not dead. I wasn't entirely certain I'd ever meet anyone any more fitting. The name's Wolfram, and it's a delight to make your acquaintance. Good to see, by the by, you don't belong to the Legion. 10 of their number accompanied me on a fact-finding mission to an ancient burial mound. But, as it turns out, there's not that I reckon my chances any higher, though, especially with that vicious undead mutt prowling the grounds around this here ruin. I'd go so far as to say I'm in dire need of an armed escort back to the city. I'm an archaeologist and connoisseur of the undead. Because of my expertise, Lieutenant Selenia, a commander of the Legion. Quite so. I live for the dead, so to speak. The combination of archaeology and a case of incidental necromantic magic is what sparked my interest in the field. Of course, I'll be glad to share what knowledge I have obtained over the years. Zombies are the results of vile necromancy in action. Among the resurrected dead, there are those who used to be wizards, and they can cast spells still. They slay their prey and bring them back as deathless thralls that fester with the diseases of decay. Should you encounter these menaces, always try to pick them off from afar. Don't let them get close, or they'll riddle you with them. These ones in particular, the ones around Cyseal, are the resurrected soldiers of Brachus, the last and most infamous in the line of sorcerer kings. He himself is supposed to be buried somewhere around here, but no one knows where the actual grave is. Long have I searched, and deep have I dug. Be that as it may, Brachus' soldiers stalk these lands anew, and they still fight like veterans. I told those fools of legionnaires to bring maces instead of swords. You know, weapons that crush these... Oh, and don't be surprised if the dead use an unusual... I'll never make it back to Cyseal alone.
We certainly can. Let's be off.
Hold on. Why risk our hides for the likes of him?
Come now. The role of a paladin becomes you better than that of a villain.
The dead can have him for all I care. Maybe they'd like to have you, too.
No. We'll do as I say, and there's...
Marvelous. Mighty fine of you. Lead the way, I say. To me! I'm under attack! They must know I'm missing. Where is the Legion? They must know I'm missing. Where is the Legion? They must mercy me. The names will not that I reckon. I'm an archaeologist. Should you these ones be? Oh, I'll never make it.
We don't have time for this nonsense.
I'll not leave him here to die. We're escorting him to Cyseal.
The dead can have him for all...
To leave him behind is cowardly, and you know what I do to cowards.
No, we'll do...
You heartless cur! You're as bad as the undead underbreds that...
I need a moment to reflect. The heart has no true place in cold, hard decision-making, I say.
Ha! What do I care about the state of your heart?
Off with you if you won't help me. I'll make a run for it when that zombie mongrel out there is turning... Off with you if you won't help me.
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
was that? Must be one of those skeletons. Must keep still. Mercy me. The names would not that I reckon are quite some. Should you encounter these ones in be that. Oh, and don't be surprised if the dead use an unusual. I'll never make.
We don't have time for this nonsense.
I'll not leave him here to die. We're escorting him.
The dead can...
To leave him behind is cowardly. And you know what I do to cowards.
Very well, have it your way.
Marvellous. Mighty fine of you. Lead the way, I say. Dead vermin! You did it! We made it! Oh, cheers for escorting me to safety. You're a godsend, you are. I'll be in the King Crab clearing the dust from my throat. The drinks are on me if you'd like to partake.
I need a moment to reflect. It seems I'm growing more heartless by the day.
Compassion, indeed, seems right.